A hotel room in Modesto, California. It's November 1948. Four young men in their late 20s sit on the edge of two beds, and the mood is not what you would expect from a team on the rise. Billy Graham had just called them together. He has been watching other evangelists, big names, gifted men, crash and burn. Some over money, some over women, some over lies they told about the size of their crowds. And Billy is afraid, not of failure, of becoming one of them. So he looks at his three friends and says, "Go back to your rooms and come back in an hour. Write down every single thing that has ever ruined a man of God. Then we will make rules so it never ruins us." Welcome to Lift Up Your Day, a 5-minute devotional, short stories with a biblical heartbeat. I'm Rodney Coe, and today, the night a 29-year-old preacher built a fence around his own life and changed the course of American Christianity. When they came back to the room, the lists were almost identical. 4 men, 4 sheets of paper, same handful of dangers written on every one. The first was money. Traveling evangelists in that day were famous for manipulating an offering, pressing on people's emotions until the wallets came out. Graham's team decided they would not do it. They would take a salary, but they would let local committees handle the funds. They would keep their hands clean of the cash. The second was sexual sin. They had all watched it topple men they admired. So Billy made a promise that sounds almost old-fashioned today. He would not travel, meet, or eat alone with a woman who was not his wife, Ruth. People mocked it. People still do. They call it the Billy Graham rule, but for 60 years of ministry, not one whisper of scandal ever touched him on that front. Not one. The third was exaggeration. Preachers loved to pad the numbers. 10,000 became 20. A handful of converts became a revival broke out. Graham's men agreed to tell the truth about the crowds and the results, even when the truth was smaller than they wished. The fourth was a critical spirit about the local church. Many evangelists would roll into town, ran their meetings, insulted the pastors, and left a mess behind. Graham decided he would honor the local churches and work alongside them. They called it the Modesto Manifesto. There was no lawyer, no contract, no press release, just 4 young men and a promise made to God in a hotel room. And that promise held for the rest of their lives. Here's what I want you to see. Billy Graham did not wait until he was tempted to decide what he would do. He decided beforehand. He built the fence while the field was still safe. Scripture says it like this in Proverbs 4:26. Ponder the path of your feet and let all your ways be established. You ponder the path before you walk it. You settle the matter in the quiet so the storm doesn't get a vote. Most of us do the opposite. We wait until we're tired or lonely or angry or cornered. And then we try to make a holy decision in the worst possible moment. Graham knew his own weakness well enough to fear it. And that fear, the good kind, the wise kind, became the very thing God used to protect a lifetime of ministry. You and I may never preach to a stadium, but you have a life worth guarding. Decide now, draw the line now, while your head is clear and your heart is calm. And that, friend, is how God lifts up your day.